So now we have something that almost feels like a repercussion of the YBC Dul thing. So in the YBC Dul Brandon Buckingham vlog, they ask him, do you fuck with OT7 Quanny? And he basically says like, nah, he be doing weak ass shit or fruity shit, whatever. I forget what he said, but he disses Quanny, and Quanny goes on his story and basically like disses him, which actually we have the link right here.
Oh, and gay footage of Young Rich Moolah dropped too. Gay?
Nah, he's just joking around when he was a little kid, right?
I mean,
he was like a little kid saying something about sucking a dick, though, right?
And then he tried to grind up on his cousin that was filming, and he stopped the camera like, "Yo!"
Oh, I don't think I let the clip finish. God damn it.
Yeah. He's my homeboy, but it was
okay. This isn't the first. This isn't the entirety of it. There was another one before this. But Quanny said, "I was gonna ask bro why he dissed me in them interviews, but I forgot he checked. What's that just mean? Checked out?
Checked out.
Checked out. Yeah. Right." And then I think before that even, he just put a row of laughing faces, which, you know, this is pretty par for the course. Somebody disses you in a big vlog or whatever, you got to laugh when they die. I guess we shouldn't be that surprised about Quanny busting that move. But
Chuckyy and them were happy about it.
So now we enter into this new landscape. Like, it's kind of complicated, but I'll put it like this. I think Quanny, when he was coming out, he felt like he was going to be the only poppin' new rapper coming out of Philly. Then Skrilla starts getting traction, and then YBC Dul's star starts like rising again, and then all of a sudden you have somebody like Skrilla tapping in with all these bigger rappers and shit, and to Quanny, he's looking at Skrilla like a op, and he don't fucking want to have to be having all these other rappers picking and choosing. So I think Quanny was upset about the fact that people like G Herbo were fucking with Skrilla and shit. So then you have Quanny basically like tapping in with Chuckyy, and like the dude Big Opp from No Limit, basically like he has taken it upon himself to kind of expose Quanny as being, I guess from his perspective, a goofy. So now you have Quanny, who's feeling like he's on the outs. I also seen another thing where Quanny was like trying to get a V's collab, and V's basically told him like, my feature price is X amount of dollars and shit. So I feel like Quanny is like in a weird spot now where he was like the cool ass Philly rapper coming out, and now the fans are starting to look at him like, oh, OTF and No Limit don't fuck with you. Now we're looking at you like you might be a goofy. And the more of these instances that pile up, the more that Quanny's image to a lot of these fans might be like really fucked up. Because the thing is it's not like Chucky's like beefing with him. Chucky's just laughing at him. Chucky's sunning him, even though he's younger than him. He's like fucking laughing at him and like treating him like a fucking dork.
Well, why are those fools like? Why would your credibility be determined by other cities anyway that are super far away?
Well, I mean, I think that from Quanny's perspective, he wants to be a drill rapper, or not like, because he don't like do all the dissonant stuff, but he is involved in the politics in Philly. But he wants to be able to be the kind of rapper that's just cool with all the cool rappers. But then meanwhile, his ops have been doing a little bit better of a job of getting cool with the cool rappers from Chicago and shit. So now Quanny's in a weird position. I feel like Quanny was just kind of like doing too much from their perspective. Like he was not being as reserved as they would maybe respect.
Quanny, you got to go east. You need that Central C collab. You feel me? Like,
I don't know, but I mean, when Quanny chooses to do stuff like have a little parade and be laughing at fucking Dul when he dies, you're 100% picking a side, and anybody who fucked with him is not gonna ever fuck with you.
Yeah, I feel like people's opinions change after like it's like the recency and proximity effect. When there's something like a death, people are gonna move a certain way, but then I think we're gonna have to see as time goes by how much people are really saddened by him drawing that line in the sand.
But meanwhile, Quanny's going to get himself into a position that's never going to get relitigated. They're just not going to fuck with you, and they're going to look at you like either a goofy or an op going forward. And that's definitely not the position that he wants to be in, because Quanny's music is so good that like he needs to not be in the mix and not be beefing with people and not laughing when somebody dies like that, because his music's good enough that he doesn't need all that shit. He should try to be less controversial.
Yeah, that's weird. That's like a weird line for artists to toe when they're...
Because when you're YBC Dul, realistically, your music is not going to appeal to this gigantic audience, so it's whatever for you to be shitting on all these people. But also, like, I don't know. I just feel like Quanny's like mismanaging a lot of the decisions that he should be making. And like, I was fucking with him super early on. And to be honest, he did some dickhead shit to me and just acted super weird to me. And that made me not want to fuck with him. And now I'm having this conversation with a certain tone that maybe I wouldn't be having if he had actually been cool with me. But like, we tapped in early on, and then he just decided to just act weird. And now I feel like he's kind of realizing like what comes with it when you just don't do the best job maintaining relationships with people. He's just making like a lot of like little bad decisions.
Yeah. And that, I mean, like, does he have proper management? Like, who's like,
I don't know what he's doing. I just know that I'm looking at it like, damn, like once you have all the cool rappers from Chicago not fucking with you,
I'm
that's
really
bad.
out the loop with what Quanny's been doing. You know, like the drill scene's not my favorite scene, like to watch each other diss, but I've seen his name popping up, but I didn't know he was like a troll that played himself.
I feel like he wasn't at a certain point, and I feel like he's getting himself into too much of that shit.
Motherfuckers be haters though. The same thing with me. You pick sides, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, at the end of the day. But once you get those main rappers that the whole world loves hating you, it's like, yeah, you turn into Quando, Rondo, the Baby, all the exiled rappers that are actually talented, but nobody cares because they beefing with their favorite rapper.
I'm just surprised that there's this uproar of, you know, people wanting to ride for this dude that just was the epitome of negativity at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like, not to say that anybody deserves death, but it's like, bruh.
But that's how people would feel if something happened, God forbid, to C-Mac. And then we would be on here, you know, acting sad as fuck. And then people would be like, how could you possibly be sad for somebody who lost their life when they got that shit on their forehead? And it's like,
Mr.
yeah, well,
Disrespectful don't have a teddy bear.
not yet. He didn't get to that point. He could have got there. He could have got to the teddy bear level. But I mean, you know, that's just how it is. It's like we develop feelings for people and have love for people who realistically, like everybody else, looks at like fucking monsters.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a part of the world. Like that's what motherfuckers is doing. They gonna love that. Somebody calling out their ops. I mean, Young and Ace, Julio, like that's what's going on. So you know, they gonna love his ignorance. And then when he died, oh, you shouldn't have been doing that. You just was edging that shit on.
I wonder
egging it on.
How much do we blame the overlay of just the infestation of drugs in a place like Philly and like their murder rate and the trajectory? Like, is there like any relation to there? How much relation is there? Because we're obviously.
I doubt Quanny's on the fence.
Nah, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like as far.
They say that they be eating crystal. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
it's delicious to be fair.
Skrilla probably, he seemed like he was on the most drugs of almost anybody that I ever interviewed.
Yeah.
So to be real, like how much is it? But he like keeps out of the politics and shit. I never heard Skrilla diss anybody, but he was on songs with Dul, so it's like, for sure he's wrapped up in all that shit. And when I asked Skrilla if he was YBC, he denied it, but it seemed like an over denial,
right?
Like a fake denial.
Yeah.
A Crip? No, not me. No.
Oh, those are Crips?
No, but I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
You know,
long way.
Yeah, the long way thing. Yeah,
It's a nice color, Vlad.
Yeah.
I like the color.
I like blue. It's a good color.
This full Skrilla.
No,
talks
we gotta
about,
take Skrilla to fucking Skid Row. Though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a great idea.
It's
yeah.
amazing, right?
I don't think Skrilla wants to be near downtown anymore.
Oh man, but I don't think Skrilla was in the presence of the Barry Gordy situation. Let's just throw that out there.
Yeah.
But he was disappointed when I said that we weren't putting the footage.
He like held the back of my shirt all the way out. He seen
Shut
I was
the fuck up.
I mean, he seen I was on point. He like, shit, I'm with you. Oh no. I just was interviewed her, so I'm like, yeah, stick right here, my girl right here. But I'm the one on point. So he like, when I got him to somewhere safe, he just shot out the door.
Oh my god.
This fool Skrilla has a line about being so high that he brushed his teeth without putting his dentures in. Like literally, like.
See, now that I'm a rapper, I can really appreciate that. Where the fuck did that come from in his mind, bro?
That's genius.
Wow,
He said it in a song?
Yeah, in the song.
Wow.
In the song. We gotta put him on grippers. Like,
I wonder where Uzi stands in all this though, because Uzi did a song with Skrilla. They shot the video. Skrilla put it out without getting it cleared, and then it disappeared.
Yeah.
Off of YouTube. But meanwhile, I have a question. What happens when we search this?
Jeez, you guys are fast.
No. See, this is
There is a deleted
the
video.
deleted one. It has 411K, but no, okay. Quanny and Uzi have never worked together. That's interesting. I wonder if that'll ever happen. Okay. So this is Big Opp, who's a part of No Limit, apparently. And there's some videos out there accusing him of some wild stuff that I will not detail for you guys. But
I want a detail.
yeah.
Jeez.
Weird charges?
I'll say no. He's got one of those videos that like basically puts a lot of dirt on him and lists off a whole roll call.
Yeah. Of people that he's alleged.
I have no reason to believe that there's any kind of authenticity to it, but he is the kind of guy who has videos like that.
Traveler Ross knows who he is.
All right.
So this is Quanny talking to Big Opp saying, "Tell all the rack hoes pop out the 25th for me." Big Opp says, "Bet, I got you." Also, listen to Big Opp's music because holy shit, this guy is a demon. And Quanny says, "You in Miami? I called you the other day. Go to sleep."
That escalated quickly.
It was at 7:59 p.m. too. Telling somebody to go to bed at like a totally normal
crazy.
time to be awake.
Yeah.
And so Big Opp wrote, "Tell this fan ass, get out of my DMs. Steady following and unfollowing me, doing a little rainbow shit. Steady saying he ain't on no internet shit though. Stay safe though." Laughing emoji. From now on, I'm exposing all you fake gangster ass rappers. Little boys ain't savage for real. This N-word says I'm unsending my messages. This N-word watching my page. N-word talking about broke some N-word walking around with a bag full of money that ain't his. Wearing N-words chains that ain't his either. How the fuck you supposed to be famous trying to make a song with me, fan ass? Just have all this energy in person. So I don't know if like what exactly caused the animosity between Big Opp and the whole No Limit and shit and Quanny. I don't know if it's as simple as like you have problems with Dul and these other dudes that we're cool with,
Skrilla did
and
a
you
song
dissed
with
him when he
him.
died. So now it's up. We don't fuck with you anymore. I don't know if it's that simple, but it could be that simple.
It's crazy the way that the rap scenes in different cities are now like have added to beefs and things
Exactly.
like that.
And that's what I'm saying. The beefs are going to keep spreading like a fucking virus.
Yeah.
All that shit going on in Northern California, Stockton, whatever, the more collabs that happen with artists in LA and shit, and the more shit that happens, it's going to be like even the LA rappers have certain people that they can it's probably already like that to a certain extent, but it could easily get that way. And like now you're looking at like Philly and Chicago are basically there's division now.
Yeah.
And it's probably only going to get more divided.
And yeah, next Cubs Phillies game gonna be ugly. Like